Top 10 things that nice guys do wrong. Are you a nice guy? I'm going to help you out. Well, hello and welcome. My name is Arica Angelo, and I've been helping men for 13 years as a dating and relationship expert, helping you become the kind of man that you just can't resist. Not you, boy, but while not losing yourself or her in the process. Very important. Very, very important. So what are the top things that nice guys do wrong? One, they don't wear their pajamas when they're doing YouTube videos. That's right. No, apparently it's like cool to wear like pajamas now. Like or it's been cool. Women wear pajamas now as regular clothes. So, I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. And it makes sense. It's super comfortable. So what are some of the top things that nice guys do wrong? I'm going to have to bring my laptop in this because I just can't remember all these. It's why I never became an actress. All right, so here we go. One of the things is that nice guys compliment women with an expectation. What do I mean by that? So basically, when you're saying, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful, you're like, underneath that is this. Oh, please, please, please approve of me. Please say yes. Please like me. Please be the kind of guy that please see me as the kind of guy that you want to go on a date with. As opposed to just like, hey, you're good looking. And I just thought I'd let you know that. No, not the nice guy. There's a need behind it. There's this neediness of approval, acceptance. Please accept me. Please go out with me. And it's just completely wrong. Why? Because a woman feels the energy of that. She can feel that. She knows that it's not sincere. And when it's not sincere, she doesn't connect with it. If she doesn't connect with your words, she doesn't connect with you. See what I'm saying? Hey guys, no matter where you are in your journey with women, I've got you covered with one of my courses. So make sure that you check these courses out at aricaangelo.com. Also, if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe and you turn on the notification bell because a lot of times I do live videos and it's your way of being notified when one of those live videos come out. So here's the second thing that nice guys do wrong is they just don't use their voice. For example, what I mean by this is a lot of the work that I do with my clients who come to me who are nice guys. I'm always like, use your voice. Your voice is powerful. Your voice matters. She wants to know what you have to say. But guys, nice guys don't do that. When something upsets them or bothers them, they just go, oh, I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to bury it. I'm going to stuff it all the way down in here, right in the depths of my tummy. That's where I'm going to store that. I'm not going to use my voice and tell you that that really hurt or that I didn't like that, or I really don't want to take you to that place for that date because it's so overpriced and my budget really can't afford it. No, the nice guy just goes, okay. I've been watching, this is so off the subject, but I've been watching Netflix and the comedian John Mulaney, and he's just like going into these things of like, if it weren't for my wife, people would totally take advantage of me. I show up for a flight and they're like, it's canceled. And I just go, okay. And they're like, here's a food voucher that doesn't work. And he goes, and I say, okay. And that's kind of the nice guy. He's just like, women will throw him one shit curve after the next. And he just goes, okay. As opposed to just using his voice and going, hey, that's unacceptable. I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. In fact, I would prefer to do this. So the nice guy just doesn't use his voice. The next one that nice guys don't do, my trusty laptop here, is, over accommodating. That's not good, guys. Listen, at the end of the day, like a woman wants you to have a backbone, but when you're constantly being spineless and you're just like whatever she wants, she goes for. Look, she wants a guy with a brain. She wants a guy with desires. She wants a guy who has needs. And if you're just constantly over accommodating to her needs and whatever she wants, yeah, she might like that for a week or two because she's getting her way. But eventually you're going to get boring. Why? Because there's nothing special about you. There's There's nothing about you that makes you stand out because you're always just curtailing to all of her needs. And she's just like, this is just so disgusting. This guy's starting to repulse me because it's like he doesn't have anything that he wants to do. He doesn't have any say-so. He doesn't, say, hey, this is what I want to do. It's just whatever I want. And eventually that pisses women off. She wants you actually to have desires and things that you want to do, places you want to see. She wants to be a part of that. She wants to know that. But she's never going to know that if you just constantly accommodate to her and her needs and what she wants. Like how I'm slick there trying to keep my little laptop light on, and it worked. The other thing is, nice guys don't stand up for themselves. They just don't. It's like if you are talking to a woman, right? And another guy comes up, let's say the bad boy comes up, and he starts chatting her up. The nice guy just sits there and takes it. He's pissed on the inside. He's fuming on the inside. Do you think the nice guy says anything? No, he just sits there and smiles and is like, cool guy. So a cool leather jacket he was wearing, huh? Ugh. She knows exactly what just happened. She knows that guy just swooped in and started hitting on your girl and you didn't do a damn thing about it. So the nice guy, he does not stand up for himself. And guess what? Women pay attention. And not only that, but here's the other thing that nice guys do wrong is they're pushovers, not just with her or maybe another guy, but they're even pushovers at work. Like being a pushover is part of their life. It's something that they're used to, and it's something that they hate about themselves. No nice guy loves this about himself by any means. It's not like I'm just doing this, unless he's in total denial, which I've met some nice guys who are in total, they're like, what? I enjoy doing this. I'm like, really? And does this frustrate you when this and this happens? And they're like, well, yes, exactly. Yeah. So the nice guy tends to not just be a pushover, when situations aren't really to his liking, but it even shows up at the workplace. That's another sign that you are the nice guy and you're doing things wrong, because even the people at work push you over and take advantage of you. Here's the other thing. Nice guys date women that they're not really interested in, which I find so bizarre, but they do it. You date the woman, you're like, well, she's nice. And here's what it really boils down to. She's the woman that accepts me. And so I'm going to keep dating her, even though inside it kills me on the inside. If I have to sit through another boring conversation about her cats, I'm going to take a fork and stab myself in the eye. But instead of doing that, he just once again placates his own needs and just says, they're not important. What's important is that I finally have someone that likes me. But it's not being nice to yourself. When you choose women that you don't really like, you're not being nice to you. So, also, if you want to change that, if you want to start dating women that you're really, some guys are like this. Here's the thing. They're like, I'm dating these women because I don't know how. And this is sincere. I don't know how to get the kind of woman that I really want. I don't have a clue. That's okay. I've got you covered. I have a program called How to Get a Date, and it tells you exactly how to pursue the kind of women that you are actually interested in and how to do it from the ground floor of meeting her on social media, meeting her on dating apps, and how to build towards a date, how to ask her out, how to get the woman that you actually want to go on a date with. So if you're my nice guy and you're like, I just don't know how, Arica, to get the kind of girls that I'm actually interested in, that course is going to totally walk you through. It's a video course that I've made for you. I even put some PDFs with it so that after you watch, I think it's like 4 or 5 video training programs that you go through. And each one has a PDF. I try to always put PDFs with all of my courses so that you can implement what you learn. There's no point in learning and then not doing a damn thing about it. So make sure that if you're my nice guy and you keep dating women that you don't want to date and you don't know what to do and why you keep doing it, get How to Get a Date. It's going to help you out severely. The nice guy is always a people pleaser. He's always trying to keep the peace. And that's why his needs go unmet, because he's always keeping the peace. He's always pleasing everyone. He pleases his family, he pleases everyone at the workplace. He picks women that take advantage of the fact that he's a people pleaser. And because he keeps doing this, he keeps shooting himself in the foot. Here's the other thing. He wants to be the fix-it guy for women. He wants to fix women. Why? Because he gets value out of fixing women. He doesn't find value in himself as a man and the fact that there's so much more that he can offer a woman. No, he goes, you know what? She needs my help. He really finds women that always need his help. Are you that guy? Are you that nice guy? I get a lot of nice guys. Well, she just needed this done to her house, and she just needed to borrow this money, and she was just going through a really rough time. She's had a really hard life. Baby, I've heard it all. My nice guys are always the fix-it guys, and because of that, they never get what they actually want. They keep supplying whatever these women need by fixing things in their life. But ultimately, they go empty-handed because the woman eventually just says, look, I just thought we were friends. You were doing all these nice things for me, and I just thought we were friends, or I don't feel chemistry, or I don't really love you. As harsh as that may sound, it's like, no, you started off on the wrong basis. You were trying to be the fix-it guy as opposed to just being who you are and making that enough. It was about how you could fix things for her, and that's what you led with, and now it's gotten you shot in the foot. And so here's the thing, the nice guy also, because here's the thing, a nice guy doesn't value himself, right? Because if he valued himself, he wouldn't be doing any of the things that I've just mentioned. But when someone doesn't value themselves, they also don't feel valuable to get what they want. And so the nice guy never actually goes after the woman that he actually wants. Instead, that's why he settles for all the women that he doesn't want. Because he sees a woman that he really wants. And typically what he's done is he's put her on a pedestal in his mind. She's too unattainable. I can't achieve that. I'm not on her playing field. I'm not on her level. And so he starts telling himself all these stories when really what it boils down to is that he doesn't value himself. And so because he doesn't value himself, he never ever finds the courage to go after the woman that he actually wants. And the last one is this, and this is the most big one. Here we are. He neglects his own heart and he betrays himself. Listen, when we are not honest about our desires and what we really want, when we're not honest about the things that matter to us, when we're not honest about the things that hurt us, upset us, when we don't stand up for ourselves, we are neglecting what our heart is experiencing. We are actually betraying ourselves. Every time that you say yes when you mean no inside, when your heart's just going, please listen to me. Please don't do that. It hurts. I don't want you to do that. And you're like, I'm going to do it anyways because I'm here to make people happy. Every time you say no to what you really want and you don't stand up for yourself, it is a form of self-betrayal. And so I know a lot of my nice guys are actually underneath pretty passive aggressive. And they're like, no, that's not me. And I'm like, I could give you 10 scenarios and I bet we would resolve it. That is you. And why is that? Because he's being passive with himself. And so therefore he shows up in the world passively. And he's passive with himself because he's constantly negotiating and compromising what is really valuable and true for himself. And as a result, he gets very angry, frustrated, and he feels like on the inside because he's not really doing the things that he can be proud of. He's constantly walking around with this cloud and this weight of shame on him because he's not truly standing up for his desires. So my nice guys, listen, if you want to start with the ground floor of dating women on the right foot, then make sure you get a hold of how to get a date. And that's really going to help you. But guys, listen, some of these things, we just become conditioned with because of our upbringings, because of, some of us have had narcissistic parents, whatever the case may be that's made you the nice guy that you are. Just know that I've been able to see a lot of men get on the other side of that. So you're not hopeless. I'm thinking of one client right now, and he was the perpetual nice guy. And I've seen this guy radically transform his life by standing up for himself at the workplace, by not letting toxic exes back into his life, by being a wild man and going after women that he's actually sexually interested in, as opposed to just settling for women because it's all he thought he could get. So I've seen it happen for him, and I know that it can happen for you. But the difference is he was willing to do whatever it took to make that change. And that's the same heart posture that you're going to need to make an effective transition out of the nice guy and into the emotional warrior. Listen, guys, I love you. You have what it takes. And I'll see you in my next video. You take care, babe. And wear your pajamas because apparently it's cool.